Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Element of Surprise Network. I'm Odd Dam, here with Please Work 123. We got another creative showdown for you, the last one of the season. It's always a bittersweet moment.
Chapter also.
Yes, definitely. I'm going to send this over to you, Please Work, for just a moment here. Put you on the awkward stand, you know?
Yeah, like Oddam said, welcome everyone for our early adopters here in chat. We got another creative showdown coming at you live. Looks like we have I think it was a 5-on-5 or 6-on-6 going on today, guys. So it's gonna be a nice little game here, nice little match, I should say. Shasta in the chat with this tier 1 sub. Didn't say for how long, but I know it's a long time. Thank you, Shasta.
I'm seeing a 13-month streak here in the chat.
Darka Pex. Hello, welcome. That's I think a new name.
I'm going to throw this back over to you for just a moment. There's a lot of whistling going on here in the chat. How do you whistle in chat? Can you guys show me how you would whistle in the chat?
Treef out here in chat too. And playing in the game, in the match today.
All right. We got our first game loaded up here. We got Pirate Paradise. Hopefully our audio levels, I think, are a little bit better here. I boosted us up both a little bit, so hopefully that fixes it. Logic Kid guy.
I also just realized that the error in audio is on my end, guys. It's probably going to be too loud now, but remembering what needs to be done on my end for those audio levels.
You gotta love those audio levels, right?
Absolutely. Logic Kid guy.
I like the name. It's literally got me sitting here thinking. Like, okay. Alright. Logic Kid guy. Alright, looks like we have 14 players in the lobby. We have everyone in here, I think. We're going to go ahead and get the game started. Please Work, how you doing today?
Not too bad.
I gotta say, I keep looking over, I see you smiling, and it makes me happy.
Thank you, sir. You are what makes the world go around.
That's what they say. So I've heard them say. Alright, we got our players over here. We're going to get them released into the game very shortly. I actually do want to see... I know our player card has been a little bit scuffed here in the past. But I think I'd like to maybe take a stab at that while we get our players into our first round on Pirate Paradise. Alright, players are released. I'm going to go ahead and drop them in. They got to pick a class, and the round starts in 20 seconds, so I see Tiger Aura with the blue team hype. I was just gonna say let's get hyped up in the chat for the team that you want to see win. We got our player card updated here, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that, and maybe, just maybe, get some of these fixed up. Definitely some players here not choosing skins, possibly.
Yeah, that looks about right. Although the images are off.
We do have players in the map. Let's go take a look.
On board Skylar Sky 13, possibly a new player joining us here, if not in some sort of name change. But either way, blue team player. It looks like maybe the blue team flag has been taken. A lot of blue elims coming in. Tiger and Mullet Boy. Wow, more. Blue team coming out of the gate strong with the elims right now. Pedro, Egg Norton chat. I never really knew how to say the last part of his name, but Egnort, Ignort.
And Yort, and Yort.
Yeah, it could be silent G. Very true.
That's what I'm thinking.
Logic Kid Guy vying for Andy out here, rooting for A Bizzle. I'm assuming that's who he's talking about.
Egnort. Okay. Dang, you just gave me a really good idea, Pedro.
Blue team did score, so we got the red team flag captured. I might have had it backwards.
You know, I think something we should look at here is how many of the players on a specific team are the creators of this map, because I think that'll play in huge to how this plays out. Okay. Interestingly enough, blue team, for having the point, I'd say red team actually has the advantage here.
I know he's probably heard it a million times, but I'm just going to say it anyway. Vote for Pedro. It's probably overplayed in his life, but...
You know what? I'm probably never going to make it, so I'm just going to say my idea here on stream. If it gets used, it gets used. Am I right? Yep. They should get Ed Norton, right? To be in a movie where he plays like an egg, and then the egg's name is Egg Norton, right? And like,
nice.
He plays himself, but an egg version of himself. I don't know if there's any directors or screenwriters out there. Make it happen. Looks like that's the round.
Team winning a fast round before we can really even get our bearings here on what's going on. We had an early score from blue, but they get 3. Red did squeak one in there, so blue takes the first round here on EOSN Pirate Paradise CTF by Team 1. A lot of you already know who's in that team. A Bizzle, a lot of the EOSN crew. But I guess they're the Team 1 crew, technically.
Yeah, it's Team 1 now. They're popping off. Gonna be seeing a lot of them in Fortnite Creative, so here we go. We're gonna get our second round started. You can see our players here. Again, that went to blue team, round 1. I gotta make sure I'm on the correct team here. It looks like it switched me up a little bit. Make sure our players are also on the same team before we get them into the game here. And for right now, we're just going to go ahead and get rid of the... Still voting for A Bizzle. You'll love to see it.
There it is. Players released out. We're back on board. Skylar Sky 13 for blue team. YOLO Disorder for red. We're going to need to see a required win response from red team here to keep this game going. Obviously, best 2 out of 3. When you go down that first game, you have to win 2 in a row. It's just how it is.
And I mentioned it earlier, too. On the red team, we do have 3 players from Team 1. So we should be able to see some sort of switch up, maybe some back and forth here. Red team possibly getting some captures over blue. Big shots going out on YOLO with that flint knock.
Skylar Sky running into jam in the middle and goes down. We're now on board. Mr. Zedex playing defense. Gets a takedown.
Let's see, Colby Jack up in this crow's nest here. Interestingly enough, you can actually fall off of this and not take fall damage. If you have that flint knock, you can pop it off right before you hit the ground. And it looks like Colby missed a shot due to a barrier or something. A little bit of a collision on that.
Gets Colby Jack up there.
It definitely, that's where that third-person cam kind of came into the advantage for Trifa.
Still on board Mr. Zedex for blue, YOLO for red. And we got Mr. Zedex, nice takedown, very fast and efficient there. On YOLO, who we had both players on the screen at the same time there. But Mr. Zedex seems like he is the dedicated defensive player right now for blue team, and we got everyone else going out for the flag. I'm assuming we didn't see many other players other than Skylar last round. That's what they did last round. So let's see if it works again, and let's see if red team can respond appropriately. Still on board YOLO, even after the being eliminated. We still got the red cam on board him. You guys can kind of see the other players, their name tags on the screens of these players we are on. But we got Mullet coming in. Mr. Zedex going over there to defend. I think Mullet has the flag. So nice teamwork there, making sure Mullet can get through and get that flag capped. It's not over yet, though. Jam's coming in. There it is. Mullet does get the cap. Blue goes up by a score. They are 2 away from taking this first game 2-0. Oh, nice takedown by Mr. Zedex on Natsu. 1 shot Elim. OSE. Or I should say OHE. When hit Elim. YOLO Disorder, I'm assuming, is staying alive. Really Really tuning into that Bee Gees channel today. Which is why we're seeing him so much there on the left. Playing defense. Yellow goes down over there. We're on board Esme, and blue has taken the flag again. Didn't catch who it was there. We got red. We got Jam over here. He goes down fast, trying to get the blue flag in response. Esme's in hot pursuit right now, I think, of whoever has that flag. It's not Mullet. It was A. Bizzle, and he dropped it, and it is returned. But they've taken it right away. This literally the, like, almost millisecond it was returned, it was capped again.
You know, I gotta say, it seems like they're picking up what he's putting down.
And Mr. Zedex is really liking that lever action shotgun. There it is again. 5 for Mr. Zedex. We're on board Colby Jack C. Long time gone. He's back in action. Rocking the Box Bros skin. Jam coming in. Jam's really the only red team player at all that has tried to make an attempt on the blue flag, and he hasn't lasted very long anyway. So red team really having problems right now with caps, and blue is up 2-0 right now with flags. One more, and that would be it here on this first game.
Definitely some interesting plays. Think red.
Jam again. He's got the lever action. Not able to get Mr. Zedex. Jam, usually the shotgun master. Maybe this is the one shotgun that doesn't quite fit his play style. Does kind of have a delay in between shots. YOLO comes in for the flag, but goes down instantly.
So it looks like red's flag is taken right now.
So far, the defense of Mr. Zedex is a very big reason.
Oh.
Wow. Jam had Mr. Zedex to 10 HP, somewhere in that range. Still can't get the one-on-one win. And as I was saying, Mr. Zedex, you could see right there why red is scoreless so far in both rounds.
In 5 minutes
Very
left.
Solid defense by himself. 5 minutes left in this round, and I have a funny feeling we will probably see a score here from blue before that timer runs out.
Oh, Mullet's in. He's got the flag, but he goes down. Another player joining in. Wait. Tigera. Okay, Tigera comes in, takes down Natsu, grabs the flag. Might actually be able to get the return here. Which
Jam
would
hits a
end
shot
it.
on Zedex. This might be the win finally for Jam. It won't. Mullet is there to bail out Mr. Zedex. And really, once again, the story of this game so far in these first 2 rounds is the defense of blue team, I think. They are scoring too, but you put absolutely no pressure on your offense when your defense is this good. And there it is, another 3-0 win, 2 rounds in a row, and blue team will take the first game very convincingly on Pirate Paradise.
We're gonna pop back over to the desk here. Just pop back, do a little fade, you know, whatever that is. I don't know. It happens. But congrats, first game goes to blue. We're going back to the hub. We're gonna get our next game going here. If I can control my window. We got Core Wars next. 6v6 on Core Wars, definitely a little interesting. We're gonna see 2 classes not being used, so it's definitely gonna be could be an awkward fight, could be a similar fight. We don't really know until players kind of get into this, but we will try and get you guys.
We have seen less than 8v8s. You guys have seen it before too. We've played it a couple times on the Showdown. Guess it and stuff. Do expect potentially on the longer side of round times here in this game. But we're going to try and make it as interesting as possible. Which won't be that much trying from us because I like to think this map is naturally interesting, so.
I agree. Here we go.
Floating portal interfaces randomly sprawled throughout the map.
I think we're having a little bit of load time issues here. I will say, though, for the first time in a long time, I just had 0 ping. So. Oh. A little bit of a lag issue there. Accidentally switched teams. Hopefully you remember how to get into the spectating areas. We're going to check out our player card real quick. We'll be right back. We do have a player that we're going to try and get back in here. They got disconnected. Hopefully that helped. A little bit to the right. It's like on this crack right there. Okay, let's see if we got him back in here. We do have players already in the game, checking things out right now. It's right. Yeah. All right, we got one camera for you guys here. Having a little bit of a technical issue with some buttons.
Yeah, guys, we're on board YOLO. For now, we're really only going to have red team cams. He is on demo. Already got the air raid. And the alt, it looks like, available. The mid-game boost, I should say. We got some team fighting in mid here. YOLO goes down. That was the jam. But it looks like the red team mid tower is under attack. On board Natsu. He is on Ranger. Something we've seen him play in the past on EOS Arena. Likes to get up there with that devastating gold heavy and what it does to the objectives. But blue team making their way up here. Nice damage coming out on that second mid tower right now. So they've already taken down red team's first mid tower. They're pushing up. More blue players coming in. On board Esme. Red's just kind of scrambling. Red team just scrambling right now to play defense. Get blue off this second tower. Esme getting hit while trying to play defense. She is on Buildmaster. We're back onto YOLO. Back to hub.
Yep. All right, chat. We are going to go back to the hub here. We're going to restart, reload the game. Cut back over to the desk for a moment here. All right. Let's see. Make sure we got all of our players out. There's still one person in there. Not sure who that might be. Possibly in Acrylics. Got Please Work over here dancing. What's going on, chat? How's everybody doing? Appreciate you guys waiting very patiently.
Like, I second that. Chat, always patient. Sitting there chilling. Even when you're not saying something, you're saying so much. If that makes any sense.
Means the most. Actually, I know how to get them active. Everybody look under your seats. There's 3D glasses down there. Whoa, Shasta. 5
Wow.
gifted. Much appreciated, Shasta. Thank you. Who got it? We got Barely Barry, Z-Bird.
Tiger Aura.
Got any more of them follows. Okay. Interesting. Tiger Aura and Rich Impulse. All right. Some deserving people there. Let's see. It looks like we got...
But yeah, Shasta, thank you kindly, as always, dropping a, what's effectively $25 ruse.
Dollaronis.
Dollarinos.
Actually, it's September, right? So...
That's true.
Actually...
I don't know.
I don't know how that
if it
works. I think
counts
it's...
toward
yeah.
gifted subs.
I think it's... Yeah, it's if you buy any subs during September. But I think it's just a discount on their end. I don't think it actually does anything.
It used to be your first sub to a channel. I don't know if they've become more... They've stepped it up a notch, but...
Yeah, I think they have, like, tools and stuff, too, for September. But, yeah, thank you very much, Shasta. We appreciate it. And I think we're ready to get back into Core Wars here. See what happens. With every person that joins in, I lag a little bit. Okay. Alright, chat. Actually, Shasta, you get to choose what color we make in the desk. You've rightfully earned the option to choose the color. Okay, let's see what happens here. Now, I'm not able to interact with buttons.
I think we might be having some server and just saying Epic Games ended technical difficulties here, guys.
Oh, I found the button. I respawned and I can click it now. There we go. Hopefully, have you gotten in? Please work. Shasta wants the desk green. The desk is going green.
It does look like the server has decided certain people cannot press buttons.
I manually respawned too. I don't know if that matters at all, but
likewise.
You over on Team 2 side?
I am.
Okay.
Yep.
And it looks like I am going to Team 2. Did you get it, or?
I didn't.
I didn't even see you in the Team 2 side. Are you on the Team 1 side?
I think the story of the server right now is I can't interact with buttons. Respawn numbers and teams, I think, are not the issue here. But yeah, once again, guys, as you're hearing, we're having some technical easies. Not sure whose end it's on, but certain buttons cannot be pressed for some reason in the server right now, so we're only going to have red team here. We're going to have to basically observe blue team players and see what's going on with them through the red team players' view.
Let's get you guys Mullet Boy's perspective here up on the right side of the screen.
I think chat needs to be pressed over there to actually get over to his screen. But yeah, red team, they, in the start of that botched round there, they, wow, already have the first mid tower of blue team. Hopefully blue's not missing any players or we don't have anyone AFK. The chat needs to be clicked there. There it is. We got Mullet Boy on demo. So it looks like demo's kind of been a popular class. People kind of scrambling to pick that and choose that class. And no big surprise, we got Jam on Assassin. A very dynamic class on this map. You guys will see high damage, high speed, low health, as you would expect, very similar to EOS Arena. Getting into a little bit of a 2v1, he goes down mid. And right now, as it stands, red team actually ahead, but there it is. That mid tower goes down. Looks like the Bottle Rockets. Don't know who's playing Buildmaster for blue team. But we are about even here. Both first mid towers for both teams are down. Mullet here. Blue team pushing a little bit. He goes down. Red team playing defense around that second mid tower. So right now it's looking like most players on both teams going up mid. Pushing mid, defending mid. I think that's the mentally that is the easiest place to go and game plan, I guess, to approach and use on this map. Just flying up mid, trying to get to the core through mid as fast as possible, but it might not be the best way. You can only send so many players out to play defense. You know, the players do have those UI elements available when towers are being attacked, but you might have a couple people defend the many players pushing mid and have all you need is maybe one player. If the entire other team is pushing up mid, one player each go into the side lanes, backdoor those while you have the other players basically defending the 6 enemies coming up mid, and that could end up being the meta. We haven't really played this map enough to know what it is. I guess technically right now it is just send all players mid, but there are jungles available. There are jungle mobs available that give gold to players and your entire team. And then we also do have a Baron and Braxis technically. I don't know if we're officially calling them that or if we have names for them yet on this map, but we do have those jungle mobs with the... I believe they give gold, though. I'm not sure if we have them set up to give damage.
Yeah, they purely give gold, and then you use that for the upgrades. It's 30 gold per elim when you take out the big guy. And
Wow,
we did name them Baron and Braxis.
Big airstrike damage coming out in mid on defense, basically, for red team. Mullet Boy goes down to that. Hopefully, hopefully our upgrade system is working. Looks like maybe there might be a little bit of some UI bugs on that. And we got a Buildmaster ult. Colby Jack caught in it. It looks like the Team 1, Team Red Buildmaster ulted right there. Block players in. And blue team has taken down that second mid tower. They are working their way up to the third here.
It's a nice fight
Red
mid.
Team. Yeah, red team playing defense right now. Team fight going on in mid in front of that third mid tower on red side.
Wow. Believe that's a tank on the other team.
Colby Jack is
Colby's tank.
For red.
And I think that's Zedex on the that they were fighting there. That also is on tank. So definitely big health upgrades have gone out for the blue team.
And A Bizzle got by them and got bottle rockets down. Nice damage will go out onto that third tower.
You see there, where that's literally what you were kind of talking about, taking advantage of those flanks. A Bizzle able to take advantage of that distraction by Zedex.
And that tower has actually been taken down to about half HP. So I think after that fast start by red team, blue definitely has brought it back here out to a lead. We're on board YOLO for red. Let's see what he and red team can do, how they respond here. We're pushing 10 minutes in. Pretty much every player has, at the very least, their mid-game boost available, but has purchased their mid-game boost. It doesn't look like Natsu has bought that gold heavy yet, which is interesting. He's opted, I'm assuming, to spend that money on team upgrades, which isn't the worst strategy, but I'd say on a class like Sniper or Ranger, it is almost priority to get that gold heavy. 1100 a shot base, and that class does have 3x damage available for their final damage upgrade. Keep that in mind. We were talking 3300 damage per bullet on that gold heavy. Can be huge contributor to objective sieging.
Mid lane tower under attack. 4 players from blue team pushing in here. That's going to be big damage out onto that.
Boy, he's throwing out C4s. He's throwing out explosives. That tower's got to be getting low. Last time I saw it, it was at least 50% taken down. It's got to be more now. Red able to ward off those blue players, but not after more damage had gone out on that tower. On board Colby Jack on tank. He's getting low. We still have a team fight kind of going on here. It's moved its way into the jungle. Not something you see often. It's kind of shifted over to the left side of the jungle here. Colby's still tracking down a player. It was Assassin, and they bail out with their ult.
That actually just benefited the red team a little bit. They were able to get back to their tower just a little bit faster. I don't know if you noticed, but when they all jumped down, they weren't able to get back up, so.
And you could see Colby Jack ran by that tower. It is sub 10% HP, if not less than that.
He finds a
Bizzle's here. He's trying to sneak by. They found him. I don't know if he's going to be able to get out of this one. Blocked by Buildmaster builds. I don't know if that's his own builds, and gets Colby, who was already low on tank. A Bizzle able to get the bottle rockets down. He was in a 2v1. That was botched defense, I would say, by red team. Colby was low, but they had a Bizzle dead to rights in a 2v1. Took down Colby and still got the bottle rockets down and takes down the third tower there. Very nice play by A Bizzle.
Yeah, that's going to open up the core so they can now attack once that last tower is destroyed in a lane.
So yeah, the core is now wide open up mid. It's open in general, but it's going to really only be accessible through mid. Those other towers on the side obviously have to be destroyed. They do very heavy damage when the previous towers have not been destroyed. That is a mechanic of the map. We're on board Natsu. Haven't seen much of him. Still not having that gold heavy. So obviously red team probably behind blue team in upgrades. Probably having to spend most of his gold on getting his team upgraded. Back to YOLO. And yeah, as it stands, guys, this round is pretty much exclusively been played in mid. Was hoping for maybe some side lane action. We've seen a little bit of jungling from a couple players, but for the most part, the entire duration of the round for these players has been in mid. We got YOLO and Jam chasing someone down.
Look, you literally are talking about it. They're kind of working their way into these outer lanes. You can see, at least on the red team side of the screen on the left, the players that they were chasing down. They're back in mid.
Strategies to think about, guys. One would be, and we've seen it before. I actually have done it to some degree playing this map. You have a tank or one other player, preferably tank or an off-tank push with Ranger that already has some damage upgrades and has that gold heavy mid-game boost. The tankier player goes in, takes the damage of the tower while the Ranger stays outside of the tower range and just pops off those 2200 sniper shots, and you can get up even your enemy team's long lane. There's a lane with 4 towers. You could get through that lane very fast with a little strategy like that. These are things to think about. There's a lot of options on this map.
Oh, I didn't even realize red team has also destroyed the third tower in mid. So both teams are able to access each other's core. You can see the damage has gone out a little bit on the red team there.
No, blue. Yeah, correct. Red team core has taken some damage, taken more here. But it looks like at this point, it's just a base race up mid. So we're going to have a lot of defense being played around the core.
Here we go, Natsu pushing up over here. He's taking advantage of these jungle lanes.
Jam getting into it with Mullet Boy right now. 1v1. Demo against Assassin. Ooh, Mullet got a... So, Jam's probably low there. Mullet got a nice shot out, but Assassin, the ultimate 1v1 class, wins the 1v1 against Mullet. Mullet not doing bad for Demo class, who's kind of an overall utility class. Maybe not super great at 1v1s. Nice defense by Esme. And actually, as it stands, we are very close in core health right now. Looks like blue team might be up ever so slightly, have a little bit more damage out on the red core.
And I think something to kind of consider, maybe this late in the game, or even at, where we are with the core healths, you could have one player kind of sneak off to the right and start taking out those smaller lanes, maybe a top or bottom, whichever team you're on. Maybe go for the lane that has 3 towers.
Absolutely, and that will definitely give that team more options and ways to get up to that core, give them more time around the core to damage it. But we have Mullet on the right there playing very good defense for blue team on demo class. And in a way, the demo class, even though it is utility, it is kind of a flex class. I'd say, if anything, it was originally designed maybe with defense in mind. So it's definitely a class that can hold it down on defense.
And if there's any player that can do it, it's definitely Mullet. I mean, you can see he's got the FNCS back bling on. He's ready. He's got his competitive mode Saturday activated. So here he goes, pushing down mid, jumps over YOLO. There is a little bit of a delay on the right side of the screen because we are capturing Mullet's stream directly from his Twitch.
Ooh, YOLO goes down fast before he can get anywhere near that core. Nice defense by blue continues. But we are at a little bit of a stalemate here. 18:50 in. This is exactly the kind of time we were talking about with a 6v6 and a MOBA game mode, guys. About 20 minutes in for late game. That's exactly where we should be. Natsu pushing up. He finally has the gold heavy. I'm assuming has max damage.
Gets one off.
No, 1100 damage.
Interesting. So red, no damage upgrades right now.
I don't know about that. I've seen that bug on Ranger before where their where the team does have the damage upgrades. We'll have to see if we can see someone in their class, what level they are on the upgrades. I'm going to assume 20 minutes in, though, all upgrades are active on both teams, so that was not a good sign. Back on board YOLO for red team. Natsu pushing in again.
Mullet there with some defense.
So blue team now, guys, behind. I want to say thanks to Natsu. Should even be more. Those should be, I want to say 3,300 shots coming out from that gold heavy.
Here it is. I got confirmation. They do not have damage upgrades.
Okay. Interesting. Actually, very interesting. Now that there is an economy of this level in the game and map, what is the meta and the play on upgrading first? They opted to upgrade their guns, it looks like, then before damage, which I would say objectively is probably not going to end up being the meta. The damage increase you get from gun tiers dwarfs your overall damage being multiplied. But
I think okay, I have confirmation they did actually purchase all upgrades. They're fully stacked. I think it might be an issue possibly with that with the ult for the Ranger. Because the ult gives you a damage.
That would make sense.
And then I guess if that runs out, you'd be reset back to normal. So we're going to have to look into that.
Here it is again, though. Speaking of trying to get up there, he's taking some nice damage on his way over there.
Oh. Goes down with 51 health left.
Still, though, it looks like it does look like the red team Buildmaster was able to get out some bottle rockets, and blue team getting chipped away at ever so slightly. Red core has not taken damage in quite a while here, and the blue core has been chipped away at slowly over the last 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. YOLO coming up.
Dynamite going out.
He
Gets
is
2,
your
3.
Oh, he is your
4. Will they hit?
Ooh, there it is.
Wow.
Wow, big damage comes out. Falls to 50%, continues to take damage. Blue team is going to have to get regather themselves, get their bearings here. They've lost them to some degree, and they are now down big, I will say. 50% less HP on their core, and they just have a little sliver of damage done on the red team core. So the tables have turned here in late game, guys. Another thing that you will see a lot in a MOBA game mode, phase to phase. If you view these MOBA game matches or rounds, I should say, in 3 phases, early, mid, and late game. I guess in our case it'd be early, mid, and late round. It can completely change, and the tides can change in any of those phases. And it looks like it has changed here in late game.
Yeah, and definitely in this late game, you can see Krillix trying to go head-to-head with Zedex here. Zedex playing tank. Probably not going to happen, a 1v1 with a tank. You either just got to get away from him or have some players with you to back you up.
Hit your shots, basically. You need full shot hitting activated, or you have to, pretty much, as Adem said, backpedal.
Some damage.
Definitely top 1v1 class, them and Assassin.
Some damage did go out there. Starts going out again on that red core. Nice elim there from Mullet Boy on the right side of the screen.
Colby Jack's here on tank. He's not really doing anything. A little bit of trolling coming out from Colby Jack.
He's just enjoying the weather of the map.
Thank you for the follow.
Much appreciated. I gotta say, Colby, though, playing tank and Jam playing assassin.
Colby is on playing defense there. He's not trolling.
Yeah, no, he's not trolling. He's playing D.
Playing defense on tank, the ultimate defensive designed class. We obviously see it all the time on EOS Arena.
You know, something I'm noticing here, and I gotta say it, Colby Jack actually has the element of surprise with the position he's playing right now. Standing next to this core inside of this boxed in area, if a player tries to break through the wall, they might not know he's in there. Next thing you know, you're getting hit with a shotgun.
Definitely an interesting strategy, and obviously we've seen it on time and time again on many maps. Sniper Sky, you name it. Colby, a very defense-oriented player in creative and on the EOSN competitive creative maps. So
Absolutely.
This is no surprise right here. Playing defense for his team. And Blue really in a spot right now to keep you guys updated. Down right when that late game started hitting, we got up 15, 18 minutes. Red started pulling away here, so Blue trying to bring it back. They have a little bit of ground to make up with core damage. And I don't think, we haven't seen too much of Blue Team's roster. Obviously, we've only seen Mullet Boy on cam for the most part because our blue cam is out of commission right now. But I don't think I've seen a Ranger class player on blue. Obviously, we have 2 classes that could make these team comps different. 2 classes that are not being played. So that could be the difference. We saw Natsu land a couple of those gold heavy shots, and that could be the difference in the round right now. More damage coming out as we're talking about it on that blue core. We got YOLO here. YOLO streaming. He's playing for red. We've been seeing him on our cams. There it is on demo class. For red team.
Just want to look into maybe getting you guys some extra cams here, some extra perspectives.
The red team core has been brought to 50%. It just happened. So it's still close. Blue core is basically one strong team push away from being destroyed completely, but it's not over. Oh, big damage comes out on that core. That might have been a Natsu gold heavy shot there. Chunked it.
Wow.
One foul swoop. The core went from having a certain amount of HP to not having that. And this might be it. Damage still going out on the blue core. It is getting very close here. 28 minutes into this first round, guys. A little bit of a slow start here with the technical difficulties we were having.
There's a big push coming, though, from blue team. They almost had a comeback there, but a lot of players from red just up there playing defense, or maybe it was just a coincidence in the respawn time, but... See, let's go take a look over at YOLO Disorder here, running through mid. He had something happening with Natsu. He's playing defense. Players coming in.
Blue going to be doing everything they can here, but the blue core is I want to say possibly 1,000 HP. One solid shot on that core, and it is done from any of these classes this late with the kind of damage these classes and players have now. One demo class rocket, dynamite, you name it. And that core is toast. Let's see how blue handles it. They're playing good defense so far. But we already know on these MOBAs, when you got all players playing defense, I hate to say it, but you're playing to lose. And there it is as I'm talking about it. That core goes down. And red will take the first round. 30-minute round. I don't know if we're going one and done like we've done before on Core Wars Convergence, but red gets it.
We're gonna take a look. I want to get some players' feedback. If they want to move on to the next game, I'm open to doing that. I personally would love to see Core Wars go best 2 out of 3, but getting no's in the chat, so I think we're gonna move on. And yeah, let's move back on over to the desk. Take a look-see at what's going on. We'll get our next game loaded up here, if it's actually not already loaded. And Shasta, we got the desk green for you. You deserve it. So there it is. Going back to the hub.
Getting some claims that things need to be fixed on Core Wars. Didn't see anything on our end that looked broken, which was kind of being optimistic about or liking, but maybe we are having some technical difficulties in the background.
Yeah, there was some things going on that you and I couldn't see. Players were not able to see, like the fog particles that were like protecting the jungles. Conditional buttons.
Yeah, we were having maybe some button, and that's right. I mean, obviously we have the issue with the button on the blue team cam not being able to be pressed. I don't think this was all these problems were on our end. Potentially, we might be having some server problems here. Buttons not being able to be pressed by one player, but being able to be pressed by a different player in the same game is kind of interesting. Not sure what's causing that. But we will look into it, of course. It definitely could be on our end. Fully acknowledge that. But
We'll
yeah,
take
that
a look.
aside,
Yeah.
technical easies aside, red team takes that, and we are obviously moving to a third and final game. Blue took the first game. Red takes that. We are going on to EOS Wasteland. Ladies and gentlemen, long time gone. But we are back, and we're ending off this Saturday's Creative Showdown on this old school map.
Let's go. Let me know if you have any issues getting in.
Interesting. We do have some issues with the spectating team change, it looks like.
Let's take a look.
Oh, that was not what I thought it was.
There should be like a back right corner in that main area. There you go. All right, we're going to release players. I'm going to wait 2 more seconds here. Boom, there we go. And we'll release them at the same time on the next game, just to make sure. All right, we got some gameplay action happening, so let's get you guys some dual gameplay footage. She still have Mullet's cam up there. We can turn that off for right now.
Yeah, just in case guys have not been here since the last time we played this map, it is an elim confirmed. Well, I guess it says kill confirmed at the top, so let's just get the elephant in the room dealt with here. It's kill confirmed, guys, and I guess on this map at least, when someone is shot and their health is reduced to 0, they are killed and they die. So kill confirmed. You guys know it. A lot of you guys, Call of Duty, it's been in other games too. Take down a player and pick up the coin that is dropped to get even more points for your team. First team to 5,000 points takes it, and in early into this first round, I was gonna say close, but blue team pulling away a little bit. 400 point lead for them. Even more, 700 point lead now. Blue team looking real strong. On board A Bizzle for blue team. He has not gone down in quite some time here. There it is, emoting, and will pay the price for it. On board Skylar Sky. 3 elims already for them. Trifa, there is a little bit of siphon involved on this map too, guys. You will see, I think players get about 20 HP back, somewhere in that range, for a kill. Cat's out of the bag. Trifa goes down. 400 point lead for blue team. So red has brought it back. Make it a 200 point lead now. Red turning it on mid to late into this first round. Mullet Boy with 8 already. We are on board him. Cat's out of the bag though, baby. Still just a 200, roughly 200 point lead for blue team. So they're managing to stay ahead here. 700 points needed. So it's coming down to the wire. Red is really going to have to turn it on here the last couple minutes. If they are going to overtake blue and win this first round.
Jam's got a shotgun, so anything's possible here. Ooh, coming face to face with Mullet, though. A Bizzle pushing in. He goes down. And there it is.
Blue team will take it, but very close round. It's about as close as it gets on this map.
Hop back over to the player card here. So again, you guys can see our players here. We got on the red team, Natsu and Krillix, YOLO Disorder, Jam and Jam Sport, Esme Says, and Colby Jack C, aka Colby Jack Cheese. And on the blue team, we've got a bunch of different punctuations and different symbols for you guys. Believe that's Trifa, if I'm not mistaken. We got Tiger Aura, Mullet Boy 3000, Mr. Zedex, Shasta, and Abizzle 5 on the blue team. And we're going to get you guys some dual gameplay footage here in just a moment. And here we go. Team 2 in the lead already, right off the bat, 200 points. They're up by 50. It's tied now. Oh, back up. We're going to see a lot of fluctuation, I think, with this, with the balancing of the teams.
Well, it looks like players might be getting stuck in a spawn area.
Yeah, best way to fix that is just manually respawn. I think, put that out into the Discord real quick.
And blue team out to the lead again here. 400 point lead. They are looking to close this showdown today in 2 rounds. And take the win.
So just a little recap. We had blue team win our first game of Pirate Paradise. We came back onto the second game. We had red team take it back. So we are on our 3rd game mode now. You can see here, whichever team wins best 2 out of 3 on this will end up taking the Creative Showdown today.
I think right now, guys, the combination of Mullet Boy and Tiger Aura with a little bit of Mr. Zedex thrown in there on blue team is maybe proving a little bit too much for red. The shot hitting capabilities of those 3. It was very close last round though, but blue team out to a lead here again. 500, 600 point lead. That is going to be every 100 points essentially is a elim. So that would put them at about 3 elim difference right now. Just jumped up to 500. On board, Skylar Sky for blue, Jam for red. Elim leader for red team, looking really good for red. And in his own right.
Ooh, Jam with a nice snipe there on Mullet Boy. Don't forget, you do have to actually go pick up the coin of the player that you eliminated in order to confirm that they've been taken out. But it's not always that easy. If you get that snipe from far away, they could have a teammate close by that ends up denying the elim, so... Seeing Krillix hanging out against the wall here. $4,000 points. Blue team up in the lead by 1,000.
Once again, that is a roughly 10 takedowns with the confirm coin picked up. So red team would have to have a monumental end of the round here to come back. Only basically 5 elims with a confirm needed left. Make it 3, make it 2. Actually, almost 1 now.
There it is.
1 more needed here. Blue will take the showdown. They are up by quite a bit. 1,300 point win. And that will be it. 2 rounds in a row. You guys can see right there, red team with the defeat in this game. And that will be it, guys. Blue team.
Let's take a look. I think we have an instant replay here. YOLO celebrating right as he knew they were going to win. We're going to pop back over to the desk. But yeah, that is pretty much going to be it for us today. All of our games have concluded. I do want to give a shout out, though, if you can. Go check out Core Wars. It's in the Discovery tab in Fortnite. And it would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to get some full lobbies going. I'm sure it'll get there eventually, but go check it out now. Kind of get in there before other people. You'll have that experience before the game blows up. So go check it out. Please, Rock. Who are we rating here?
I wish I could say. Usually not in charge of that department, but I guess could be an EOSN member that's streaming.
Let's see. Let's take a look. See if YOLO's going to continue on with his day streaming, or if he's going to be ending up here in a little bit. Looks like he is not staying live. What do we got? What do we got? Who's on the list? Chat, if you got anybody that you want us to raid or suggestions, let us know.
Yeah, one more time as we close out here, congratulations to Blue Team. They take the day, they seize the day here on another edition of EOSN Creative Showdowns. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shasta for the sub on our own Twitch and the 5 gifted subs. Big support as always from Shasta. It never stops. Guys, we're gonna keep you guys posted on that creative league, the EOS creative league, which will in all likelihood be played on Core Wars. We're obviously gonna have everything ironed out and ready to go on that map for when that happens. Stay tuned for that. just having some working some things out in the background here. We're trying to find someone to raid here, guys. But yeah, feel free
Think
to
we're gonna
stick around for that raid.
They're gonna raid Andy Borst here.
There it is. You guys heard it. Raiding Andy Borst. Bizzle 5. Extremely dedicated EOSN and Creative Showdown player. We love to see it.
Just want to give a shout out to Mitch Murder for letting us use his song Mega Magic, which you're hearing right now. We will see you guys later.